Mom, you've entertained the kids all day. Now it's time we entertain you. Nickmom is just minutes away.
Ah, doesn't that bring back classic childhood memories? If you were born in the early 2010s like me, then there's a good chance you grew up with the smart place to play era of Nick Jr. Say what you want about Moose and Z. In my opinion, the smart place to play era is probably one of, if not, the best rebrand of any kids channel out there. I mean, just look at this.
Check it out. Come on, team, let's go.
Tell me, that if you were a kid, you wouldn't want to be in this place, like, I dare you. I could make an entire video about this absolutely amazing era. But that'll be saved for the, How Nick Jr. Can Redeem Itself video. But of course, nothing can be perfect. On October 2011, Nickelodeon announced that they'll be launching a late-night programming block on Nick Jr. called, Nickmom. Like the name implies, the block carried ad-supported comedy programming targeting an adult demographic, particularly young mothers. It would last from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. This, guys, was an absolute failure. It only lasted for 3 years. But why? Why was Nickmom such a failure? Let's find out. Like I said, this block isn't aimed at kids. It's aimed at mothers who's tired of all the work they did all day, and they wanna just sit down and get a few laughs. In fact, every time it came on, it would open like this.
You made it. The playdates are over, and the kids are tucked under. Finally, it's your time. The one being catered to. The center of attention. The only one in charge. Nickmom starts now.
I'm pretty sure a lot of kids would be offended by that, but okay. Whatever floats your boat. I've been doing some research, and I found out that little kids, who have no idea what Nickmom is, would continue to watch the channel. And if they don't become traumatized for life, they'll learn a whole bunch of colorful language. The most ironic thing about this is that moms hated Nickmom. Heck, even my own mom told me she wouldn't bother watching it because the shows were so boring. Now, I've never seen any of the Nickmom shows, so I can't really speak for the block myself. But there was so much backlash and groups on Facebook begging for its cancellation. The fact that it lasted 1 year genuinely surprises me. So why did Nickmom fail? Well, to understand, let's compare it to Adult Swim and Nick at Night. These two blocks work because the age demographics are closer to each other. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network are for ages 6 to 15, and Adult Swim and Nick at Night are both targeted towards adults. Meanwhile, Nick Jr. is for preschoolers, and Nickmom is for adults. You see the issue here. And that's not even mentioning the terrible scheduling. If you grew up with cable like me, then you'd know that a lot of channels have a East feed and a West feed. Basically, it's where a television channel carries time-delayed reruns of its parent channel's programming. Since Nick Jr. did not have a second network feed for the Pacific time zone, the Eastern feed was used by default, meaning that Nickmom programming started at earlier hours in some areas. The scheduling problem was solved in mid-February 2013, but the damage was already done. Between this, and the gap between demographics, it's no wonder why Nickmom was so hated. However, despite this, I can somewhat understand why Nickelodeon decided to do this. They needed to find stuff to air during the late night hours, and obviously, kids aren't gonna be up at 10 p.m. to watch Dora the Explorer or something. Maybe instead, they should have made it a block airing classic Nick Jr. shows from the 90s. But hey, I'm just a 14-year-old making videos on Plotagon. So what do I know? Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments how you would improve Nickmom. And as always, party on.